Good. Okay, it's 4:03, September 23rd. I call this council meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing we have on your agenda in your packet is September 9th City Council meeting minutes. Are there any additions, corrections, deletions? No. We'll entertain a motion to approve September 9th City Council meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the September 9th city council meeting minutes.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next one is September 9th, we had a public meeting with Mr. Goslin. Any additional deletion? Otherwise, I would entertain a motion to approve the public meeting minutes for September 9th.
Make the motion to approve the public meeting on September 9th.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, reports, fire department, you here?
Fire conditions have changed, yes, but please be aware, it's not over with. It'll get warm like this, those needles will take off. Special training tonight, we're gonna go down and cut out that old car that I think sat out there for a month along the road, so.
So,
Remember the one with the hood kind of all dented up there down by Iron Horse?
yeah,
Yeah, I think Wes has got it down there. We're gonna go down and they'll take one in, we'll take the other. So we're gonna go train on explication.
so we're good, we're still good with campfires.
Moderate conditions, you can have burn barrels, you can have fire pits within the ring, no ground fires yet.
Ground fire.
No ground fire.
Thank you. Okay, new business. This has come back again because we missed something. Resolution 396-21. There was one section down here when we did this that we didn't put a dollar amount in the water sewer physical connection only. This is where the line is at the private property and our line is at the private property, and the guys just need to go and put like saddle and the actual connection. So,
No, this one here should be for where they go in,
okay,
hook to private property.
that's what I mean, is to have the two hooked together.
Yeah, but it already goes through the meter. The meter's
Right.
already there.
So we
They just
never
gotta make
put a
that simple
price
connection.
for them to do that actual connection.
Right,
Cause I thought we were going to put a separate price.
we were going to, because we got people that have the meters are already in. They're already there, but the city has to tie into that meter.
Mhm.
So that's the fee, so it shouldn't be very big.
Okay, so what,
So time, and if it's dug up, you don't have any equipment, so.
Whether we dig it or they dig it, it doesn't matter. Normally they'll dig it, because they gotta dig from residents or whatever it is to that loop. To the hole there. We just gotta go in and make the physical connection. The city has to
so
do
what
that.
is that one? And that's what I say, we just need to,
Do it, that's all we're doing, is just a connection only.
just a connection over
So
the price.
that's time,
That's all.
that's just time,
So is that,
and that should be, we already have city labor.
Yep.
Up here,
so it would take more than an hour,
In the real world, yeah, it shouldn't take them more than an hour.
and do they need any parts?
The only part that they need is to go from 3/4 inch packs to the meter, whatever that is.
so time.
It shouldn't be anything, cause the part alone probably ain't gonna cost you $20.
the time and time and material.
$100,
Well, I would say two. Just because,
150.
there you go.
I'm just, this is, you guys need to discuss it. I'm just,
Yeah, but I also wanted to include, to be more specific, because we have a problem with being specific in our ordinances. It's the labor and the connection pipe
Should be $70 an hour plus parts.
plus our.
I think it should be for T and M, because if they don't do the digging
we
and our guys have
That's
to
what I'm
dig, it's
saying.
gonna add more labor. So I think it should be T and M.
Yeah,
okay,
very basic.
okay,
So we're just gonna leave it at 10.
$70 an hour plus parts.
we can kind of wide open, but I need a motion to,
Hopefully. we
add
have
that. Then I will make a motion to add that price to this.
I'll make a motion to amend, the city Sumter fees, for the water sewer physical connection only, $70 an hour plus parts.
We'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, if we have, you have a map here with the sewer hookup for Park Street. Do we have an address to this yet?
640. Yeah, 640 Park Street, down here on the bottom.
Okay, and so this is the one that's on the unconstructed road.
Yes,
So this is the one we will have to. The sewer line is not there, so we'll have to put a sewer line in and construct the road.
yes. No, sewer's accessible, I mean, they can,
Yeah, but it's, where does the sewer come from, do you know?
Bourne Avenue.
No, it always breaks. Yeah, the sewer line's there, we'll just have to construct the street, it's a 60-foot wide street all the way through there on Park.
So. This will probably be for next year,
I don't
spring,
think we have time to get it done now,
because October's coming.
and they gotta get their winter work done. But that's up to you guys.
And do they understand what they're getting into? Because they're gonna do the sewer hookup, right, which that gives us 50 foot of ABS, 4-inch maximum connection. Well, they still gotta pay for the line work, the gravel and the backfill. However, because of this situation, 50 feet, and this is 150 feet long. So you're gonna have that fee, so you got 100 foot of pipe that they get to pay for, plus you're tying into a main line.
Right, so that.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
though, this is an addition cost, this isn't something the city pays out of this 40 whatever $100 it is.
Yeah, we're just approving that they can hook up to sewer, and then they gotta come in and get their fee schedule and find out what they have to do.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so.
Is that? The construction, of that road, we're gonna do that at the time that we're running the pipe.
That's the thing to do. When you
Yeah.
Put it in and then they'll bury the pipe after they get the main line in. Then after they do that, we'll get a load of gravel and put over the top of it.
So, we're gonna pay a motion to approve putting the sewer line to 640 Park Street. With the understanding that the road will have to be constructed and this will probably be done in the spring of 2026. Make a motion.
So move, that's a long one.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And Jenny Long, you got, okay. There's some marks. Okay, what you got? Oh, she's got papers. Let's get all kinds of.
So we're doing the trunk or treat this year, and I've got a sign up sheet and a map to indicate location of candy stations. But we're hoping to increase locals' participation with the candy stations. So I'd like to send out this call for participation sheet in addition to the mini black and white of the flyers. So it's just one sheet
Right.
and included in the water bill for October.
Well, I talked to Rob about this because there is an expense to put but he said if it's a community event, totally community event, free, that we're, doing a free, free service or free for the community, that they would be willing to put it in if you provide the flyers.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it costs us for their printing and stuff. Yeah. You're gonna do this flyer.
So the full size ones in color are just for your benefit, see, because sometimes the black and white small might be specialty, but
Which actually one is gonna go in the
Is it
plan?
this one, Jen?
the black and white page.
Well,
This one.
And then.
Oh, this one with both.
Yes, and then on the back side of that is
You got
the participation sheet.
Okay,
So it's double sided.
right. This is the problem I have with this. I might as well just open this up right now. It's like you said, it has to be for community free. The spaghetti feed, they do charge, it's a donation. It says it's for the fire department, which it's always been. But it's still going through the 5013 books. The fire department is not part of the 5013. This needs, the way this flyer is written up, it shows a fee, it's not just a free community situation. And,
Well, it's a suggested note.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
It goes to 501c, does not go to the city of Sumter for the fire department, it
Linda?
goes to a 501c. and
Linda?
that's- Can't do it.
Excuse me.
stop for a minute, we're having a discussion. I'll get to you.
That's,
So, we've had this discussion numerous times about the fire department is part of the municipality. They are governed by our rules. The 501c3 has a different rules. And the money going into the 501c3, that money is going to Sumter volunteers.
right, and
But money, the fire department money does not come to the city and go through the city books.
right,
And that's a problem. That's been a problem all along, and the volunteers are aware of it, because we have a discussion.
I've been attending the volunteer meetings
Yeah.
and joined as.
Right, I know you're part of it now.
But, every month they have their accounting reports that keep the fire funds segregated, and those are used for buying fire.
May I?
Just a minute. I know, but the money for the fire department has to come through the city books. It's just, we're supposed to be responsible for what the fire department gets and what they pay out, but we aren't right now. And this has been an issue for about a week.
Please let me,
No,
please.
no.
I guess
I can nip it in.
from what
the
I've
bud.
heard, the city accounting of some of the funds that come to the city aren't always.
that was long.
That was long,
Properly either.
that has been a long, we just got our fifth audit
Okay,
done.
okay,
And there is no problem with the city books. That was back in 2016, 17, where they had 5 different checking books and they were flip flopping money all around and nobody could account for anything. The city now has audits and we have no issues in our audits. Because all our monies, every penny that comes in here goes to Gasland County, whether it's cash or anything. And this is the problem, I'm sorry, John, that we've had with the fire department. As far as all their cash and money needs to go through city books. Because they're part of our audit. No,
Let me,
no.
I'm asking.
So what I'm saying is,
Cause I can nip this in the bud.
okay, what I'm saying is I have no problem with the trunk or treat. But I'm hesitant, I support the spaghetti feed. But I don't support, if they want to collect money from the fire department, that money needs to come to City Hall at the end of the day. and go through our books and show this money is for the fire department from the spaghetti field. I mean,
We
we
can't-
have been fighting this for years, and it's time to stop it.
We
I'm
cannot.
sorry,
have
you all think I'm
501c.
being a bitch, but
It's misleading when you have the 501c there. They don't know if they're donating to the fire department or if they're donating to the 501c, and actually it's money laundering. We can't do it.
You know, that's,
John.
every year,
So
we have had very clear donation all to the fire
We
department.
never get the money.
You know that,
okay.
and the money comes back, is held in trust for the fire department. And guess what repaired the H1 truck out there this year? Guess what buys the new radio batteries, some radios?
We don't know.
We have been.
Okay, this is the problem.
People, money that people have donated and we have held in trust.
Well,
Please don't make us sound like a bunch of crooks,
I'm
Martha.
just, what I'm trying to say
It
is,
is, you can't, it is.
We are not.
It's misleading.
okay, guys, okay, okay, just a minute, stop. Stop, stop. I'm not accusing anybody. I am saying right now that to do this, and it's been brought up, all the money that's collected for the fire department needs to come to City Hall. It needs to go to accountants. And at any time the fire department needs something, we cut them a check and they get what they need. We have not said, oh, we aren't gonna spend this money. They just have to justify what they need.
So I guess I can bring it to the volunteers, to see if the money raised from the fundraiser, they can cut the check to the city.
It's still misleading with all the money going to the 501c on the flyer. They don't know who they are donating to, the fire department or the 501c. That is the misleading part. It's a gray area that even our attorney and our CPA will not stand for.
Yeah,
So it can't go that way.
we just can't have this intermix.
Correct.
I mean, I can write a check and I'll write it to the city of Sumter and I'll put fire department down there and eat my spaghetti. But that part we can't have.
Cause there's a lot of people that think that we get all that money, and that's the problem, there's a lot of miscommunication. And like you say, it's been a problem for a while, and as long as it's here in our face, we might as well address it. I mean, I'm not trying, I support having the spaghetti feast, I support raising money for our fire department. It's just, I wanna see the money that was raised. I wanna see it in their account at Gaslin, so we know what they take in and what we put out, because we go to a budget and we don't really know what all has been spent through the volunteers.
So Jenny, like, we just had that meeting with Rob and he was saying what our shortfall is. So from basic accounting gap process, by having those funds in our books, we also get the expense. Therefore, it shows the budget of the income going into the fire department and it shows the expenses. It gives a more true picture for one. If the fire department wasn't part of the city municipality, it wouldn't be on our budget, so it wouldn't really be a factor. But that's kind of the accounting part, which makes it kind of difficult, because the city should be showing those funds on the line items of income revenue, and it should, anytime there's a repair, or anything that goes out, they should be stating the expenses of those. And with it going through the 501c, it's not a true representation of the true operating revenue and expenses for the fire department.
And I assume that the fire department is already under some sort of policy where if they have to buy something today, they can get reimbursement, or whoever paid for it can get reimbursement under a certain dollar amount
Well, yeah,
at the next meeting.
or we can cut a check, and I am in the process of getting their credit card with a limit for, emergency things that we have to do. It's a process getting that card done.
So I think that's been part of reasoning in the past is they needed some things and they didn't want to have to wait till council to go ahead and get them. But I don't know all of the history, but,
I mean, small things, it's very easy to get a check cut. It's small things, mainly when you start talking about $400 or $500 things. Yes, we need to prove,
right.
I can't just say, oh yeah, cut a check.
Right.
I mean, that again is a check and balances, that's why we bring money, things here, so not one person can say, yes, you can do this and that. So, I'm sorry, Jenny, I'm not thinking, I support what you're doing. I'm sorry, I mean.
Just don't know my own.
Yeah. You didn't know you were walking into this, did you? I'm sorry, because I mean, the fire department does good, I'm not saying that, it's just, we need to clean up how we, like Sherry said, we need to account for everything we do. What?
So, to put this in simple terms, okay? We have, and I wanna say that the Sumter Valley Community Volunteers has done good for the fire department, for us. For instance, our doors we had, the city paid for doors. Kirk came back in, being the chief, says, hey, you know what, we would like garage door openers in it. You got John over there, he says that they would pay to have the garage door openers installed along with electrical. The city built this out. They paid. They didn't go and get this on their own and donate that to the city. They donated the money. The same thing when Kirk had that pickup he's got that needed new injectors in it, $5,000. They stepped up to the plate and says, hey, you know what? We're gonna give you. Here's the drawback of this. The community Sumter Volunteers has a line item as a fire department. It does not consist of our fire department. They can do whatever they want. That is not up to the city. We don't get to see the books. We don't get to see nothing. It's kind of like the museum part. Because it's a 5-0, whatever it's called. Anyways, the city of Sumter, when you have like the spaghetti feed, before Kirk, he would put on a spaghetti feed, things were donated to him and stuff. However, there are some fees. He would take the fees out, come to us, or this is my belief. Nobody else here, I don't know. My belief is that money came to the city. That goes into the fire department budget on our line item. Because we took everything out, like Linda said, where everything used to be checks and own bank accounts, and we put it into the general fund. But when it gets, as Rob says, when you donate, say you're donating $500 to the Sumter Valley fire department, right? You can put that on the check, but the check gets made out to the city of Sumter. Now we have accountability. This goes over here for Kurt, for when he has stuff. The problem that Linda's having right now is because of this ordeal here. It says that it's tax deductible because of the 501(c)(3), and that ain't us. Because whatever, now, if they want, now, this is just me, if the fire department, Kurtzman and the crew is putting on the spaghetti feed like normal, that money should come to the city. And that donation.
And that goes to.
If now that they're holding a silent auction, if John and them wanted to collect from that, because it's separated out here, that would be fine as well, because they did this. And this has been explained to us, this direction, by legal counsel for the city of Sumter. Because you can't, that's always been our issue. You can't go out here and raise money for the Sumter Fire Department versus for what the community's doing. Because this is unlawful. This is not right. You're making money unlawfully. You're embezzling. And this is exactly what was told, and this is how it was explained to all of us at this time. So with this being said and done, this kind of needs to be kind of straightened out a little bit, and it'd be fine. Because like I said, the donation for the food is one. And then if you're going to hold this, then John would make his money off of the silent auction for his fire department, wherever he wants to put it in that organization. Because that's their call, that's not ours. At all.
Anyway, okay, repeat that to them.
Are you happy with that?
So what are you gonna do?
I have a question. So the snowmobile club for the poker run, because we did a silent auction for that too, when we had the
Yeah.
poker run. how does
That
snowmobile?
is snowmobile club is not part of the city whatsoever. It's, yeah, we don't have books, we don't have a line item for them or nothing.
Okay,
So, yeah, they're on their own on that. They just rent the building and we don't have anything to do.
Let's go with the trunk or treat.
Yeah.
We need to talk with her about all
Right.
this.
The fire department's in this funny thing that it's actually, if you look at the city municipalities, that they are actually part of the municipality.
Right.
So they have to meet all the.
Yeah, we are. Our pavilion, the sign's gonna go up down by the library, or the kiosk. Maybe we can get, it should get before Halloween, won't it?
Yeah.
Could we put that diagram on there? Cause that, we're putting a kiosk there, the chamber's putting a big.
oh, is that where
kiosk.
all the dirt?
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna put a big,
There will be something back there.
8 or 10 foot kiosk there.
Hey, you guys.
So, yeah, we can see about putting out too, so when they come up, they'll see it.
Okay,
Yeah, that should be in by then.
okay. So I guess on the spaghetti feed,
If you
we
could,
were trying to
yeah.
make sure the locals know about it, because in the past,
Maybe,
there has been a whole lot of participation by the locals, mostly just hunters. So,
could we redo this and just say it's the spaghetti feed and take
The donations
the
accepted.
the five
by the
oh one C?
501.
Yeah, that just, that's,
okay.
I mean, that's.
Well, I'm still gonna think it's going to the fire department.
Yep.
And it is, but it's
needs
going
to
a
go to the
different
fire
way.
department. So, but that's, we're not gonna. So, that's not, they just want to know about advertising.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
well, I know she wants to, the advertisement, but it's still,
Yeah, 'cause-
um,
and just so we know, yeah, so everybody understands, if we put this in, it has to be kind of a free situation. If people wanna donate, that's fine, but we're not gonna be advertising flea markets and all that stuff and putting flyers into our bills, because that will cost us money. And again, we're on a, try to trim things back.
and also, you gotta also look at this from where I sit too. As this ordeal here, if you take out,
Yeah.
if you take the bottom section out,
Mhm.
it still comes to a trust issue, because we ain't there collecting money. We don't know whether you made $10 or you made $1,000.
still,
We don't know.
it's still somewhere else besides the.
Well, we'll see.
The city.
We'll see.
Well, like I said, we don't, on that
Yeah.
behalf, we don't know where it goes, so it's still a trust issue between. That we get to play with on that part, because there's no way for us to, no, you have to give this much money.
Okay, we're gonna move on with this. 'cause-
Okay, now are you done?
Yeah, so if then we, what she needs to do, so we can get, the hitches, this is what, the 23rd. So we would have to get that to gas, at least the flyer to gasoline
So,
this week.
so what I would do is I would make a motion's on the floor. To approve this flyer with this section of this part here. The
To
bottom.
remove the 501(c)(3).
Yes. If that's removed, then I'm okay with it, and that's the motion.
Are the donations to the city deductible?
Yes, if they write it on the check, they write the city of Sumter.
They're not 501(c), no, they aren't,
They're not.
They're
not-
Not a tax write-off.
no, it's not
No,
tax, right, no,
it's
we're
not a
municipality,
tax.
no,
Okay.
that's,
I was just curious.
Oh, yeah.
no, that's the problem, we don't have that.
Okay.
Think you do.
No, it's not right up. So I have a motion that Charlie's made, do I have a second or?
I'll second that motion.
Aye.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
No,
Oh,
Okay, the motion passes.
And this will be at the Sumter Nugget for people to sign up
Okay.
as a.
And yeah, and I'll check with the kiosk guy and see if it would, because that'd be great to put something like that on there. Maybe on both sides. In your flyer. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, we have zoning. Bonanza, this is for 272 Bonanza Street, a fence. Make me forward. Okay,
fences there. This is a continuation. of-
Oh, is this a-
Yeah, this is, yeah. They finally got it surveyed.
So we got it surveyed. And we need to live.
They're, a little into the city alleyway in the back, and I noticed, on the lengthy letter, we can't go back and fix what people did 10, 20 years ago with the propane tank and all of that in the fence. We're just trying to move forward and get everything aligned with our ordinances. But, it comes down to if when we open up that alley or we're plowing that alley for some reason, or there's a fire and your fence gets hit because it's 8 feet or a foot into the alley and it gets wiped out, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to fix, put it back in and fix it. Will it ever happen? I don't know. You got a 20-foot alley, but when it sticks out like that, and there's a lot of that in town, people.
I'm sure it's
Stuff.
propane before it hit my fence.
Depends on which way they cut.
Yeah.
And I don't know about that tree, whether it will have to go measure. I don't know if that tree's on city property, so now that you found you found 2 upper pins, or
No,
No, we haven't surveyed.
and we had a survey, they put it in.
they put pins in though, right? Okay, so we can actually go from your 2 upper pins, measure 20 feet. And if his fence is even in there, then he's gonna have to deal with that, but
Sure.
even if the tree's there and it's his tree, then that's the property owner thing, but now that you have it surveyed, we can go from those pins and go out and see how far it is.
Yeah.
But,
So
I was told today that the day we came in here, as long as we measured 20 feet off of our neighbor's fence, that we would be fine with our fence, so that's what we did. And the reason why we were moving so quickly is because we have dogs, and, so we wanted to get a fence up, so we can our dogs.
yeah,
So that's what we did, we measured 20 feet, so our fence is actually zigzag, but there's only maybe 4 feet where it's 8 inches over into the alleyway.
well, that's fine. Yeah, the pins to the fence is what I was referring to. If you kind of go to the fence, find the pins, measure 20 feet, but that little 8 inches is not worth you doing that.
We know we would be responsible, if you guys have plowed through there, we're responsible for our fence, we do that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, I appreciate the,
Okay, and then the other issue was the shed that's on the property, the previous owner put a shed on there.
I didn't get to finish all the letter. How far is it on
So at the end of all this, the day that we came in here, a few days ago, it's on skids, so does that even apply to that shed?
if it's in the alley, yeah.
No, it's not in the alley,
Oh.
it's 2 feet into our property. But
Is
we
it
were
your,
told-
it's your shed, right?
It is now. The previous owner,
Yeah,
no, the previous owner put it on there, he had it out the alleyway.
Yeah,
You
and
guys
they
had
moved
to
it.
move it.
Yeah.
But then after we bought it, we were told that we were gonna have to move it 10 feet in off of our property line. And we can't do, that. There's not 10 feet.
Oh, yeah, cause that was your back,
Right. But then, I don't think you guys were aware, and he wasn't aware, it's on skids, so
Yeah,
does that even apply?
yeah, it's not a permanent structure.
Yeah.
But it's still on your property.
It's on our.
okay, it's not in the alley like it was. It was originally in the alley.
Oh, yeah, it was.
No, it's inside the fence.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you'll find snow removal, or the snow slide off will determine a lot of stuff on where that thing's gonna go.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So are we
but typically around here, we don't plow alleys.
Well, you couldn't plow this alley, it's full of trees, so.
Yeah.
But it may be open someday,
Yeah.
Well, like I said, for us,
We don't
alleys,
plow.
we don't think plow.
Yeah, we don't plow, but it'd be like for fire or whatever, but yeah.
Okay,
So we're okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Thank you.
okay, moving on. You gonna approve it? She said it was okay.
What?
We
There,
have to approve this.
right?
Oh, on Jeff's?
I thought you already approved, didn't you already approve the Conklin?
Oh, yeah, we approved their fence last time. It was just okay.
It was just a question, yeah, we already approved it.
Yeah, they were gonna come back after they got it sorted.
Okay, then, we have zoning for 615 Badger Street, Leanville.
Yeah,
And all his setbacks, what? Am I gonna have to split the 2 of you up, like in school? The 2 behind you. Science.
We'll get a cow.
Okay, so he meets all the setbacks, no issues? Okay, I entertain a motion to approve the lean-to, 615 North Badger Street. Somebody,
Oh, I make the motion to approve lean-to on 615 Badger Street.
I'll second. We'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Cemetery. We did.
We worked on the fence, we got the upper part this morning with 80% done. And we still got the lower part to do. We didn't have any staples this morning. But John come through with a few and some of the city boys brought some. But I want to thank the guys that went up and pulled the stumps that, Charlie, I think, and John, who was up there and got the stumps out of the way. I appreciate that. Another question. Are we gonna be able to work on the rest of that next year?
On which part?
On the upper part that's not done yet?
I don't know what the plan was yet, as far as, I thought we were going to try to get some of it plotted out for next year. I don't know, I guess we need to sit down and have a workshop and kind of figure out the plan.
Explain to me, Matt, what you're talking about.
I'm not sure
what upper part. Well, the upper part that where we clean the one we're working on, the upper part still.
Oh, so you're talking about burning the piles?
No, I'm talking about cleaning it like we did this
Oh,
where we're at.
So does that be the one that would be, you know, as you come in, where the road goes around, that other piece that?
Well, we have to have a cleanup,
Goes on around, yeah.
we have to have a cleanup days.
Okay.
Well, that one, you know, how you have the. From the old section up to that, not the inner road, but the outer road that we're using now. Which is gonna actually be an inner road if we're doing, I'm trying to follow what he's talking about.
Yes.
Right, because this is that triangle piece where the road goes around this way.
Yeah,
And your cemetery you're building here. And he's already made the road that goes up and around. So we're talking about that lower end. Remember where I told you that if we're gonna do this, we ought to extend
So
that one road that comes through.
let's define upper end. Are we talking north end,
Oh, I don't know.
east end? Which, what are we talking about?
I didn't have.
I'm talking about there's 10 acres.
yeah,
Okay, and we've done the ones we're working on now. We got the rest of it where the road is at. On around to where it hooks up to the Masons. You go clear over the Masons, that upper part.
okay,
So the east
We
end,
haven't done
you're
it.
talking about the,
Yes.
the east end.
yeah.
Yeah,
As far as I know.
cleaning that like I did the first one.
First part. So,
As far as I
I
know,
mean, we may not use it. We may not, it may not be getting used for 100 years, but at least it'll be cleaned if we can go ahead and do it. And Kurt donated his cat last year. It worked out great. And I don't think we burnt that much fuel, but, it turned out really pretty good.
I guess I'd have to go, of course, I didn't know what.
well, there's still some piles up there. that
Okay,
need
so
to be
it's the
burned.
pile is kind of way up there,
Sky.
it's like, okay, I saw.
And then when we took trees down, we drug those trees to the east end. So those are still there. And we talked about in a previous meeting that we would allow city residents to go
Oh,
and
okay.
take that wood.
Okay,
So that needs to be moved out. And then there's a pile of logs on the west end. But in terms of cleaning up, cleaning up to me is getting rid of those piles.
does it
with the
need to be
stumps.
burned, I mean, do they need to be burned and that?
Well,
type of stuff?
we just like scrape the ground and get as much of it like I did
Yeah.
the part we're working on now.
So are you wanting to do that this fall or tomorrow?
Next spring or,
Spring.
kind of like we did this year.
Okay, we'll go up and I'll kind of go up and look at it and everything and kind of make a plan for next year.
Sure.
Does that work?
Now, the other question is, I know on the old part, Matt was saying we can't get a grant until March for fencing.
Apply for it.
And I was kind of wondering if we could ask that guy on the corner about his goats and put them in that old part there. they clean that up in a heartbeat.
It's called goatscaping. I just saw a grant for goatscaping.
Yeah, we gotta get a fence before we can do that.
The only concern, I mean, that would be up to the goat people, whether they feel their animals are safe up there. It's kind of up there and, you know, might have, I don't know if there's predators, that would be something to be up to the goat people.
He's got high-end goats.
Yeah.
They're the upper echelon of goats.
And I mean, and I guess it's something we could look at again, maybe even for next year, because they do have a small branch for that. We just came in.
Yeah, we just have the lower part, on the new part, we just got that one stretch of fencing to fix. And then the upper part, we got a couple of things to do there. Matt and I got the gate hung this morning,
Mhm.
so we got the gate in there now. We just gotta get the fence up and
It's looking good.
then we got our new sign up. Too, that
I
we put up.
didn't see the sign, so.
My wife spelled cemetery wrong, but I left it that way because I'd already engraved it. So it's, I just wanted to I didn't spell it, she did, so.
Just hand her up like that,
Yeah,
nice.
it turned out, the sign turned out pretty good, you know, and so we got it up a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine and I came up and we put it up.
I'll have to get up there and look a little closer. But yeah.
It's right there where the gate is, where the other sign is going in,
It's looking really good though up there. Looking
So
like.
you're the one that engraved that?
yeah.
And you missed the spelling before you put it in the sign?
She done, yeah, that already done it.
You did the spelling.
I didn't pay any attention to it, I just followed the lines and he noticed it after I got done with it, so,
Just hand her up.
yeah.
So and that you're gonna put in later for the grant, like when it's open.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's looking good up there. So, thank you guys, thank you very much.
If you had,
So moving on, okay, old business, we have ATC. We, we've had a couple, executive sessions with the attorney in regards to this contract. It's something we've had for quite a few years. They wanted to change the contract, so we're to the point that council needs to decide whether they want to go with a new contract. You get $157,000, but it's perpetual, and we have no control over what they do with there, or if we stay with the existing contract. So we've had this discussion, so I would entertain a motion from somebody if we want to, a motion that we continue with our current contract and do not go with the perpetual.
I make a motion that we stay with the contract that we're under right now.
Okay.
Is that total of 27 acres, just the area that the tower's in?
I second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's in a small acreage, it's a small lot.
Just where the tower's sitting?
So, I will. Guys, page and we'll go forward. Council comments?
Thanks for coming.
I just want to say on the cell tower thing, the reason we'll be moving this way is because the new contract they were proposing wanted to shift all the liability on the city. For instance, if the tower fell over, we're liable. And there were some things in their new contract that were just abhorrent. And so that's why we're staying with the existing contract.
Just thanking everybody for showing. I just have two quick things here. We just got the first draft of our 2024 audit, which for anybody knows, it's a milestone because we were 5 audits behind when this council took over. And we've been chugging away every year. And every year they're getting easier, and as soon as they get, Gaslin Accounting reviews this and signs it off, they'll start on the current one, and hopefully we'll actually be all caught up, which opens even more grant money for us. So it's quite a milestone to get that done. It's been very expensive. Just so you all know, the audits are around $10,000. This one, they see it went up to 12 this year, and we had to do another single audit because of the water tower money. So the audits have cost us a minimum of $10,000 for the last 4 or 5 years. So each, yeah, so this is an accomplishment to get caught up with these, so we're not getting so far behind. And then the other thing is, Matt, I told you, but we got the thing from the volunteer park grant, a letter saying congratulations. We are officially being advised that we received that grant. And, they said no projects can be done yet, started until we execute an agreement that they'll be sending out, but we have received the grant, so.
How much is that?
68,
60.
But we're-
Yeah, but
with our 20% match, it's in
Yeah.
the 80s.
yeah, 68,000, and then, Lindy and I are attempting to complete the grant for the park through CIS to get all the trees trimmed up, the canopy up, the dead stuff out, and that'll be a $10,000 grant to get that all. So,
Was the matching funds in like kind or that percentage?
In kind.
in kind.
Or donations.
But it can't start until after we sign the
Yeah, you
agreement.
can't count volunteer in kind hours until
We
you
start.
start the project.
Project. So keep that in mind, if you guys wanna do some project, that'll need some help on that too.
Yeah. In fact, we'll have to probably get some sort of group together to, plan and deploy people who want to help and. So
Yeah.
anyways, we need a step-by-step process of how it's gonna work.
Organized chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie,
Yeah, we're gonna, got a hold of Wade and we'll start hauling rock probably next week, cause there's a something.
no,
So we'll get the rock down on the fairgrounds.
that's the.
And I haven't heard yet from Newell when they're gonna wanna do the little rock. We're just gonna, because the city's short funds, so the rock's donated once again, we're gonna do that grassy area, we're not gonna blade it off. I have them go out and mow it real short, we're gonna put the gravel, the rock over the top of that. We're not gonna roll it in this year, we're just gonna spread it, and then we can roll it next year.
Question,
Okay, go ahead.
would you find out, because he'll be doing the dead weight going back to his house? Or, well, he's going to your place.
It's on my plate. It's on my plate.
Cause I was wondering if we could somehow get some of that ash, if he's gonna have a dead weight back, he could take a truckload of ash whenever.
Is he gonna take it to his house?
Yeah,
What he said?
no, that's up to you. We have to ask him.
Oh,
I was, well, of course, he's got a lot of gravel, if he likes to haul that.
What
dirt,
ash am I talking?
Start hauling some of
From
the
the
burn
burn
ash back to his place, cause he likes to put all that dirt and that ash on his rock face
well,
Waves.
to wait.
well, the biggest thing is if we were trying to do this, somebody else wanted all that dirt. And that was even on site, but the problem is because I'm donating my loader and my time, I'm not gonna sit there for 2 hours while he makes this run. And not to mention, he still has to load the ash, so you would be better off to haul the rock. Be done with it, and then I can come down and I can load the ash up in his truck and he can take that home.
Just wanna see the price, on it and see if you do it for that.
Well, like I said, that's up to you guys, cause it's $125 an hour, done deal, that's the price.
Okay,
An hour,
Yes.
if you drive.
That's true. You made 4 loads from my place on average. You can make at least 3 to hit,
okay, well, we'll look into that.
but I'll ask him if he wants it. Cause that's a shorter haul than taking it to the dump. And we ain't got to pay to dump it.
Okay,
I'm done.
Sherry,
Nothing.
okay, public comment. Oh, look at all this fun. I'll go with Matt first, since we're selling first.
Okay. So I just wanted to add to what Terry said, and that is thanks to the volunteers for T-posts and barbed wire. That's gonna go a long way. Thanks to John Patterson for jumping in there and taking those stumps out for us.
big time, and you're still on with rolling, right? And you're gonna tell when we plant the seed. Yeah. Right. So, so moving on to another subject, do I get multiple subjects?
We got 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes, cool. So Marcia and I are on the Parks Board for the county.
Okay,
So just wanted to remind everybody in the room here that the next meeting is the 13th of October at Fizz Springs, which is north of Richland. Okay. Yesterday morning, myself and another member hiked the tailing piles out by the railroad station. And the purpose of it was to look at where could we put in some trails, basically, for people to go and hike through the tailings. We came across a fully developed trail in the tailings.
really?
And it had crushed rock. It was about a side-by-side wide. And for the entire length of it, which was like a mile and a half, had rocks. Somebody had put rocks on either side of this trail. So I'm hoping that somebody can tell us who did this. What, was there an organization that put this trail in? Because we hiked about 3 miles and ended up on this trail and we could walk that whole trail. So there's already a trail there that can be further developed with potentially signs that talk about environment, talk about the animals that are present there, that talk about the tailings and all kinds of things that you can put in there as a learning experience for families. So if anybody knows, that would be great. If you could let me know, because I need to report back to our. Was she the chairman or I can't remember.
Well,
Donnie.
Donnie Berlander,
Yeah.
yeah, she's the head of.
This is on county land?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
My guess is that it's probably previous convict land.
It could be, you go past the railroad station. And right before you cross the next bridge, if you look off to the right and you look up into the woods, you'll see this, not woods, into the tailings, you'll see this trail starts. And then it goes all the way out and around and then comes back down and dumps out at the railroad station.
The only reason I say that is that's how all ones in state park are pretty much the.
Really? Yeah.
so it is a loop.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow, that makes it nice.
It's a little bit dicey in places just because some of it has overgrown. And it looks like it was made many years ago. But so.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the other thing was, I suggested that we see if we can get a dark sky sanctuary certification for the piles. So anyways, that's it.
Thanks, Ed.
Mhm.
Jenny?
I'm gonna get to fire training.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to let you know that the community Thanksgiving is also gonna be happening this year, even without Laramie around. We're gonna make sure it happens.
So are they gonna, what are you doing? Who's doing the cooking and stuff for these spaghetti people?
The fire sire.
The firefighters?
Yeah.
Here, who's up there? Okay.
So, Mono. I
Okay.
think, is
Mhm.
for-
Okay, so you've got that all
work on
figured
the
out.
spot.
Okay. Want to be sure.
Where's your,
Italian.
where's your turkey gonna go?
Huh?
Where's the turkey gonna go?
Oh,
At the schoolhouse.
Okay,
That's a.
well, I didn't know, you just said that we're gonna have the turkey thing going on, and I didn't know
Yeah.
what was
Oh,
gonna
it's
be.
all,
it's in school.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you, Jenny. Off to
I
training.
wanna know where to go to.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm the one on Park Street with sewer. And what road did you say that the main was on?
Going
I needed a
out,
little more clarification. Avenue?
Going out.
Road? Okay, so is there, so you're insinuating I have to pay to put the road in?
No, not the road.
not the road,
Not
no,
the road.
just the line.
Just
I have to put the line, have the person dig the line, buy the parts and all that stuff.
Yeah, because according to our deal, our pay thing, we give you, where'd it go? We give you the 50 feet of line, right? We'll give you the saddle that goes on the main line. But there's gonna be another saddle has to be bought for where you're gonna tie into. Okay? So because this is considered, because there's all of these lots up there, so this is the main line, so we're gonna tee off that main line and go to you. And then, or whichever direction it is. So that saddle there, the guys will come in because we have. Let's see. For sewer installation and connection, you get this 50 foot of ABS pipe, 4 inch connection. Maximum. You're gonna pay $46.30, so $4,630 plus the line work, so from one start to the other. So you get to pay for the dig. You get to pay for the gravel that goes, the,
In the ditch.
in the ditch, okay? And which is backfill.
Mhm.
This gravel for you is not gonna be considered because it's backfill, whatever, so it'd be sand that goes behind it. The tailings will go back on top of that because I believe this line's probably 2 to 3 feet deep. I'm not sure what it was when they put it in for somebody else. Then the gravel, the city will do because we have to make that road, just like we did the other one.
And there's no other way of doing it without developing that road.
You need access to your place, so it needs to be developed road, and then on top of that, we gotta be able to maintain it through the winter.
Because there is a question regarding the road.
No, that's the way it has to go.
Well, according to our maps. Back in the day, we had somebody that was a mayor that sat here and he was a surveyor. And he started in and he was a little bit shady. So he started doing stuff and he surveyed a bunch of properties, called them all vacated. They had maps made. They never went to finish. So this one that you have, that's the picture we see, right? It shows where typically the 60 foot road, you get 30 feet and they get 30 feet. But this road never was vacated. This does not exist. The county has been drug into this and they says, this is legally your property line here. And this is legally your property line here. This is a 60 foot road and it goes straight through. And that's just the way that is because things happen and people did not follow through on the paperwork end of it.
There's no ordinance saying it was ever vacated. And
The maps,
so, I mean, there's just no ordinance and I called county. And a lot of our streets are that way where you see a solid line and then the dotted line. So people assume that they own to the solid line and they don't. If there's an ordinance on here, that is the ordinance number that street was vacated and it's never been vacated. So it's a through
So
street.
you guys will be paying to move the electrical poles in the middle of that road and everything else? This is
It depends.
my expense.
it depends on where the electrical poles are. That's the first thing.
No, straight.
Because out of a 30 foot wide or 60 foot wide road, the road itself only has to be, 35 feet, I think it is. I don't have the ordinance from, but it states because the rest of it is an easement. So you've got,
So you're only making the road 60 feet wide.
so the road does not have
Look at
to,
it first.
the road does not have to be 60 feet wide, because that's just our easement. It's just like some of these roads that are 80 feet wide. The reason why they were that way is so people can turn around a horse and
Yes.
carriage. But at the same time, there's trees planted on the edge, the power poles go there, the phone company's got their boxes up. So it's still in the city easement for the road. But
Okay.
that's where that goes and how that works.
Public comment, so 3 minutes.
Okay.
You're over, buddy. Name,
My name is Taylor. Nice to meet you. I just want to introduce myself. Sounds like you guys are doing some great work. This is my first meeting I've been. I just wanted to say I am counsel for Ms. Martin. I'm just assisting her. With these maps, you look at it, it's kind of really confusing. And so she's just brought me in to help her. And so I just wanted to introduce myself and you will likely be hearing from me. I'm just wanting to work with you so that we can, maybe come up with an easy
Well-
solution. Not a scary attorney, just, I believe in face
I'm
to
just gonna
face.
say that probably we will refer you to our city attorney.
Yeah, and I'll be reaching out to them as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the end of that conversation and go to city attorney. Okay.
But I just wanted you to
Okay, thank you.
Face to face, so.
I'll let her know. Dawn.
I made some notes.
Be nice, John.
Fine. So first of all, the meeting we had with Rob Galson tonight, then that was more of informative on how taxes work, and the tax base, and we don't have money and blah, blah, blah. We didn't come, we're gonna have a meeting where people suggest savings measures or anything like that, how we can
Well, I got,
help the city make money or save money or.
some people have been turning some people have been turning some ideas in. So, I mean, yeah, this is just, we're gonna have another workshop. It's just something that's, this is.
But I'm wondering, who owns the hub?
Well, it's on city it's part of the city, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and who pays the power bill? Okay, and can anybody use it?
Oh, that's another fee schedule we get to add.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, if the volunteers are the ones that gotta use it, they should be paying for the power.
They do.
They do.
Oh, do they? Okay,
Yes,
so they should use it.
Yeah.
Well, no.
The thing for fee schedules.
We're never gonna get this fee.
It's a long-term question, because you ask who pays the power, we do. However, when somebody uses it, we submit them that bill, so they pay us. But we pay the power, whether you use it or not, just like
So,
when you
so
use
you're
it.
getting paid back 12 months.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever used it.
We
I mean, it's always been a volunteer thing, whether it's that volunteer group or another volunteer group.
Mhm.
That's right.
So, okay,
Yeah, I mean, we will have some more workshops. We're not done.
okay, the other thing, one of them was, I think you should relook at your ordinance on setbacks, because we've got two buildings going up right now. Their snow is gonna go, they're 5 feet off their neighbor, but their snow's gonna go on their neighbor, sure as heck. I mean, it's gonna get over there.
But
First
So-
slide,
So we need to probably
Like-
go in and redo the setbacks.
it should be 5 foot at least from the drip edge of the building, cause if I build another one, it's gonna have 6 foot overhang, so I can just drive underneath it, the snow never even touches the building.
Don't we have, part of the ordinance has, how far the thing, no?
That's 5 feet, but they're doing it from the foundation.
They're doing
And
that
then
in the
the
foundation.
roof overhangs 3 feet, so you're only 2 feet, your roof's gonna
Baker, Baker
Yeah.
Building Department, yes, because I've had this conversation before.
Yeah,
The
it's,
Baker Building Department says, we don't care. You can build your roof over the fence line and dump all your snow on the other part. However, that's their policy.
Yeah, we're not.
But, well, no, we are Baker, because Baker is the one it's the ones that get us
So
through
it's
what we got.
Dunker's ordinance.
But our ordinance doesn't say that either. Our ordinance goes from the foundation. Whatever the foundation.
Yeah, I know, and it should be changed, is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
that's what he's saying, it should be changed.
It should be changed to the drip edge.
We'll just put that on for another list of.
So that's-
ordinance change.
That's another thing.
Maybe we can do that this winter.
Yeah, we got other ordinances way ahead of that.
And then lastly, in I believe 2023, when Dim Ballard and Leanne Myers publicly defamed my character study right up there. One, Leanne said we have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's always stuck in my mind that she said that, because I don't see it in this town. I'm sorry John left, I really am. But I don't see hundreds of thousands of everything's worn out here. So, so I made some calls and I called and then John told Martin Lewinberger, and I can't believe Martin bid on that one, that he talked to his attorney. And you can look at the tapes, I'm not making this up. I have a good memory on some things, although sometimes my wife says I don't, but, he said, Martin said you can't commingle funds, and like John said, we talked to our attorney, this you can't, Martin said, oh, okay. Well, I talked to my accountant and asked him about that, because we're a 501c3 too. No, you can't commingle funds. Every 501c3 has to have its own bank account, and one reason is for taxes, Sherry, you know that. And so I called the DOJ and asked them the other day the same thing. He said, no, you can't. Every 501c3 has to have its own bank account for accountability for the funds that they raise. So I just wanted to clear that up from 2 or 3 years ago, because it's just kind of stuck in my craw. So I'll say this.
More good. Anybody else?
I just wanna thank you guys for what you guys do. You guys put a lot of time and throwback from people from this community.
And we don't do it for free.
And yeah, exactly. And I appreciate you guys' effort.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, well, if there's nobody else,
I make a motion to adjourn. I will do it.
do I have a second?
Oh, yeah, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned at, oh, wait, thank you everybody for coming.
Aye.
All right.
If you need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Thank you.
Here's a
Loyal and handsome.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You don't get to pay my bill.